eventually, I end up going to the foster home anyway. So now in the foster home, things happen in the foster home that we never speak of. Abuse, abandonment, you know what I mean? Like crazy shit going in the foster home. And you just live with this pain. I'm split up from my siblings at the time. So my brother and my sister are in a different foster home, and I'm completely by myself at a whole nother home. So I'm going through that feeling as a 10-year-old kid. Now I was like, damn, my mom in prison. Me and my pops, I don't even know who my pops is at the time. You know, and now my two siblings, the ones I love, my little brother and my big sister, are completely somewhere else on the other side of town. So now I'm really feeling like it's me against the world. So that filled me with hate. That filled me with anger. That filled me with rage. And like I say, that's where it started. So, and eventually it elevated. When I got back to SAC, now I'm living with my pops, but I still have this way of hustling. So I'm still hustling now, but I don't have to pay for a hotel room every single night because we living with my grandmother. And as we living with my grandmother now I have money. So now I can go buy the Jordans. Now I could go buy the jersey. Now I could go buy all these clothes to mask my pain and what I'm really going through. And I remember being like a 12-year-old kid, and my friend asked me one day, he called me hustling. And I was ashamed of it. Like, if I was selling candy or something and I seen you and your mom out, I would hide. Like, I would hide behind cars in the grocery store parking lot. And, like, I remember one of my boys caught me. And he was like, you be hustling? Like, to him, it was cool. And then he was like, why you ashamed to let people know you hustle? And I told him one time, I remember, I said, hustling for me is a reminder that I don't got nobody that love me enough to buy me the things that I want like y'all parents do y'all. And so that blew his mind. So and now as I get older, I look back, everything is always 2020 when it's in your hindsight. I look back and I'm like, damn, I remember somebody asking me, man, how'd you get all your clothes and shit? And my mom was sitting in Chowchilla at the time, but I would be like, oh, my mom, she stay in Southern California. She rich. She just send us money. So instead of me allowing people to know I hustle, I would lie and tell these people that my mother, who was in Chowchilla, is actually staying in Southern California and she's rich. And for me, what that did was it helped me feel love. It's like I was able to put on that mask and make these people think I had somebody who loved me enough to buy me things that they had,
So let's talk about your journey. Okay. Let's start from the beginning, man. When was the first time you got locked up behind bars? Talk to me. Was it juvie? Was it jail?
It was jail for the first time. My first time, like, I've been committing crimes since a teenager, so just, to be honest. And it was like, that, like I was telling you about that candy selling. That eventually, now I'm 12 and I'm so ashamed of what I'm going through that eventually I'm selling drugs now. Now I'm robbing. You feel me? Now I'm carrying guns. And that's where it started. But I've never been caught. So now I'm doing it, getting away with it, thinking like, okay, this is normal. Until I got 18. I was 18, I ended up getting arrested for a high-speed chase and a gun. And then so when I get arrested for a high-speed chase and a gun, I go to the county jail room for the first time. They run my prints. I'm fresh 18 years old. I bail out of jail. So when I go get my court date the next day, the bail bond say, hey, Sammy, some detectives want to talk to you. Apparently your fingerprints came up as some unsolved crimes that been unsolved since you were 16 years old. It dates back for the last 2 years. Home invasion, robbery, kidnapping, you feel me? Sexual assault. And so now I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, so before I could even turn around and leave out of there, boom, detectives running their guns on me. And for me, that was an eye-opener. So now it's like, now my whole history is put in front of my face. Damn. Now I'm questioning my whole existence, my life. Like, damn, I'm accused of all these home invasion robberies. And when I look back, I really have to dig deep and see what's going on now, because all of my victims are white. You feel me? All my victims are from prominent communities. So now this is a real issue that I'm having to question myself about what's going on. What took place, within these home invasions? Why did you feel like this way of living was okay? And you know what I mean? And for years I always say like, well, oh, it didn't happen like this, and a lot of stuff they got it wrong, and they didn't get it all right. But at the end of the day, they still convicted me of it, and I have no co-defendant. So now here I am sitting here with all this time because I did cooperate with authorities. So now on paperwork, this is me. And so now I go back and I say, damn, like, I mean, that's something that I'm just, I'm still struggling to understand. Like, damn, how did my life take this crazy turn? As a 16-year-old kid, where you thought robbery was just a normal thing, where you thought running into adults' home and justifying your actions, saying, well, I'm a child, and I'm, running up in these people's home, but not knowing it's something deeper, because I'm going into homes creating trauma. The same trauma I felt was done to me as a child, but not even realizing it. But justifying my action, saying, well, hey, I'm a child running into adult homes. I'm giving them action that, defending themselves. I'm giving them action that responding a certain kind of way and standing up for themselves. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's deeper than that. It's rooted in my trauma and what I thought was normal and what I normalized, because I was dealing with so much pain in my youth that I didn't know how to go ask for help. I didn't know how to tell people when I was in the foster home that I was hurt. I didn't know how to get out the foster home and talk to people and say, I feel abandoned. I feel neglected. When my mother went to prison, that situation where the police kicking in my door traumatized